Hey everyone, I am here chatting with Allison Chisolm, who is a killer copywriter who works with executives on their marketing and their brand messaging. And she works with a ton of exiting executives who have really cool stories to tell, a lot of golden nuggets that they've experienced throughout their career. And today we're here talking about storytelling and the legacy that they're leaving behind. So, when you're doing any type of like a mini biography, Allison, why is it important for an exiting executive to even think about doing this?
I Thanks a lot, Carrington. I think that there are most executives as they begin to, if they've sold their business or they're beginning to plan their retirement, they have an awful lot of stories that they want to tell, but not everybody has the time to listen to them. And this may be particularly true of their children and grandchildren. And they want to pass along the wisdom they've gained. And working alongside them as a writer, this is where I help them get those stories out to the people who really need to hear them. And they've got great stories that illustrate these gems that they've learned over time. And I just want to help them get it out and put it on paper and share it with the people they love.
I feel like not enough people are doing that because it is true, everyone has a story. And why did they even get started on this route in the first place? And how did they end up where they are today, right? And especially for kids and grandchildren, they may not know the whole story.
And that's the sort of thing that they may not even think about asking the question until they've moved away, or the executive has health has changed.
Mhm.
And these are the questions that people want answers to now. And so, particularly while it's still fresh in their mind, that's why I think it's a great time, really, as you're planning this transition in your career, to get the stories out. There are people who need to know them, and they just need a little extra help getting it out. And then, of course, illustrating the story. It's not just words. I am a firm believer that people read, but they look, and they
Mm.
really need to have some great photos to go with it from the past and the present. So that's one of the things that I try and do, is not just fill a book with words, but make sure it's got some really great visuals to go with it.
Right, and especially if you're creating those visuals from the photography standpoint, and you're telling me as the photographer, hey, this is what we're trying to convey because of this specific story, which halfway through the bio, it could be a different story. And we're like, hey, we need to capture this different kind of emotion. And then you can really kind of pull those things together.
And really, that makes it a more beautiful project.
Yeah.
It's a gift from the executive to the next generations, whether that's their family or next generation of managers that are coming up behind them.
Yeah, it's definitely a powerful contribution and legacy to leave behind. So if anyone wants to learn how to get started, or if they're like, ooh, I just want to learn more about this, might be a cool idea to look into, how do they get in contact with you?
I welcome an email anytime at Chisum at Choice Words Online, or there's a contact form on my website at choicewordsonline.com. And I really appreciate the opportunity to talk through my process to see if it's something that really resonates with them and what they'd like to do as they enter this transition in their lives.
Awesome. And I will put all that contact info in the bio as well for people.
That's great. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.